Nashville, known worldwide as a serious music city. We say,
would it kill you to laugh a little?
It's live from Little Hollywood.
This week's guests, Marco and Tracy Jean, also known as the Serpenteens.
Did you get a brain freeze?
We are back. No.
We are back.
No, I just spit out all my ice.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy I am. I do that at
That was great.
the beginning of each date when she walks in. I just go,
That was very dramatic. You were crunching away, and then your eyes got really big, and you just kind of turned your
yeah.
head. Head and
Thank God I
spat
can't
the ice.
see my... Can you imagine if you could see yourself all through life?
No.
What would you do?
I'd be so self-conscious. Oh, I suppose you'd get used to it.
Seeing
After a
yourself?
while, yeah.
I mean, we're seeing ourselves all the time, spiritually.
In our mind's eye.
And speaking of spiritually, we're the opposite of anything spiritual. We're live from Little Hollywood. Welcome, everybody.
We're back from
Yeah.
our sabbatical,
Oh,
our
of
summer
course.
sabbatical.
Right on cue, yeah.
And I'd like to shout out our sponsor. This week's sponsor is Drum Supply House. They've been with us since the beginning, I think.
Drum Supply House is our sponsor. If you're a drummer and you haven't been there, I don't know if you can call yourself a drummer. More of a bummer. Don't be a drama queen. Go to Drum Supply House.
They have a great new location.
They do. They're on that road where you're like, where am I? Where am I? Whoa! Where am I? Where? That's like the
Also
Nashville
known
thing.
as Dickerson Pike.
Yeah, Dickerson Pike. It's either homeless or very expensive coffee,
Yes.
right?
There's no in between in Nashville.
There isn't. It's just like,
Yeah, it's true.
sorry, we can't let you in. Who else is our sponsor? Nobody.
That's it for today.
Thank God. Who needs them? If we have any more money,
If you would like to sponsor the show and get your song, get any idea, get your business out there,
yeah.
give us a call.
Every time I say business, my daughters laugh because they've learned that business is another word for like. That's my bit. I don't talk about my business.
Oh,
Did you know people use it in that way?
I do not.
Yeah.
You mean like intensely personal business or?
No,
or
like sex.
just- oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I
one
that's what I
time,
meant.
I one time.
Intensely personal.
Oh,
What did you think I meant?
is that the only thing that's intensely personal with you? Don't
No.
you have other things?
Sure.
What are they?
I can't say.
Oh, right.
Cutting and sewing, learning and knowing, stitching and gluing. That's what they're doing on Craftin with Afton.
Welcome to Craftin with Afton. I'm Afton Wolf, and I'm here with my very special guest today, Matthew Page.
That's me.
Matthew, in addition to being a fantastic musician and songwriter in DOG,
All
We all
right.
do.
Welcome
all
to
up here.
Intensely Personal Live. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that with today's guests. Let's have all our questions. Let's go right past, the album, the song.
What's your biggest, deepest secret?
No, just ask the question that's really intensely personal. I don't know what that would be.
They're getting nervous over there.
Yeah. All right, let's scrap that.
Okay.
Let's go vague and dishonest, like the rest of the town.
Because we do have an in-between.
Yeah, we do have an in-between.
Much more accommodating.
Yeah. So yeah, this is live from Little Hollywood, and let's bring on our first guest, because if we keep talking, politics is going to come up, and that's not my strong suit.
Yeah. Best
I
to
just
stay away from
vote
it.
for who I would more likely to sleep with.
Popular thing that people don't know about is how easy sewing is. So we're gonna
I'm
get
really
into
excited
it.
to learn.
Free Chark.
Free chart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's political, but
You know what? There's nothing good about treating somebody bad.
no.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that way too. Again, with both parties. Like, if you want to say something great about your party, and that's great, but you don't need to say something. It doesn't do anything good.
The attacking. Yeah, the attacking's
It's like,
got to go.
okay. Why don't we just
Everybody
everybody needs a good spanking. The whole world if we could mold it into one big ass. You know, really just like putty and just mold it and make the crack down the middle and just go spank it and say, are you going to act that way again? And the whole world goes, no, out of its little butthole. And then we could start anew. Okay, who's coming on?
Oh, it's very exciting. Marco and Tracy Jean or Jiro are here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't believe you pronounced the name correctly.
They are the Serpenteens.
They are the Serpenteens.
Cutting. You got some thread, some needles, scissors. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need a lighter, right? To singe your needles, thread, and some snips.
Oh, it's just the basics. It's so nice.
Right?
So simple.
I know, right? Super simple. And you're gonna need a pin.
So many questions. Is it just the two of them? Do they call the Serpenteens when they have the full band? Is there any inner conflict with the full band? Can we ask them very intense personal questions about the band? Are they who would they fire first if they had to? Are they picking up any undercurrents? That's
We can ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also have a great space called Mirror Mirror, and I've heard so much great stuff about it. It's a venue. Our Hannah, our sound person, did her music video there.
Yes, I know. I'm like totes jelly about that place. Like, I don't even want to know. I know it's going to be like amazing, and I'm like, I'm just staying here. I don't even want to know. The name is great. I'm just like, why do I even try? They have a show coming up.
Again, yeah, when they're here, August 22nd, supporting India Ramey.
Yeah,
our guest at the new space up at East Side Bowl, the 58.
Yeah,
back where the diner used to be.
Remember we did a thing at the diner on the mornings?
Saturday Extremes.
We've really toughed it out.
We're
ready for our reward.
Yeah. Where's our reward?
Where's our reward? Well, this is our reward.
We're still
it's
here.
a hot, steamy
we have a house
shell of a show.
Use some needles, this thread, safety pins, binding rope and snaps, and you're gonna need a seam ripper, and you're going to need a rotary cutter.
Cutting and sewing, learning and knowing, stitching and gluing. That's what they're doing on Craftin with Afton.
We have a house band.
We have house band Sam.
We have Sally.
And what else before we bring him on? I always wanted to say, and appearing live at the Sands in Las Vegas this Friday and Saturday night. I want to say that. Can we get anybody that's appearing live at the Sands? Do they still have the Sands?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of the ones they tore down.
Let's get one of those people.
Sure. And they're going to perform for us.
Yes, they are.
That's going to be really cool.
Because this is a rock and roll show, motherfuckers. All right. Well, let's bring them on. Let's bring them on, Mark.
All right. We go down the aisle.
You can't help yourself.
Welcome to Live from Little Hollywood.
It's very good to be here.
Nervous to be here now.
Are you nervous? We're not going to ask you probing personal questions, I promise. I will protect you.
Thank you.
All right.
I think it's
right,
just...
Scott?
Yeah, no. I'm not asking any interpersonal questions.
Probe away, we brought protection.
But I'm gonna hold albums
Remember when Dave
up. My
Letterman
friend
made
calls them
everybody
albums.
so uncomfortable, Scott? Remember that? When Letterman would make people so uncomfortable and be mean to people on the air?
Yeah. You mean the guy who's one of the most famous, iconic talk show hosts
No,
of all
but
time?
when he started, he was mean.
Thank you. That is specifically a left-handed compliment. Like, that should be next to that left-handed compliment in the dictionary. Wow, that was good.
I see you've met Tracy Jean.
Yeah, the queen of the left-handed compliment.
Yeah.
Who's Gene Caffeine? You know that person? Isn't that the coolest? You ever hear that person? There's somebody named Gene Caffeine. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
In my mind. You were going to ask him a question. I'm a little starstruck.
Aww.
Oh, wait, I should take these off. Oh, I'm not starstruck. No.
Wow, Serpenteens. I was listening to your song Strut over and over and over again before I came here. It's so good.
Thank you very much.
You all are. So do you play as a duo and then you also have a band, or?
We've been a duo since we started this project and only recently decided let's bring in a bass player to kind of round out. We're starting to play bigger venues and just kind of I don't know, kind of recreating the record a little bit more.
Yeah, and we've been playing with Ben Johnson on sax too.
Yeah.
So
Oh, sax,
we
cool.
were sort of this like cool different trio and held off on bringing the bass in because there's something about being a duo that I love, but
Yeah.
it's nice to have not only a bassist in but some female energy back into the band. So
Oh, that too.
yeah, because Lauren Eve is her name. She's awesome, and
Yeah.
we just played our first big show with her at the Blue Room.
Yeah, we're a third band.
Cool, that's a great space.
Yeah.
I know the pandemic was a weird time, but it kind of helped y'all evolve. Could you talk
yeah.
about that a little bit?
Yeah, we moved in together out of survival and necessity, and
And now
we're
look at
st-
you.
yeah, and we were just like, let's write songs.
Wait, who moved in together out of necessity?
Tracy and
And
I.
you.
Yeah.
And now you're married and you have a
Yeah,
kid.
we moved fast.
So it worked. It took.
Worked out.
Now you,
Yeah.
and you dress alike.
Yeah, if we could survive like the pandemic and being in the service.
Did you
industry.
get married
Uh-huh.
before or during the pandemic?
Post-pandemic? Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
you met during
'cause a
the
lot of
pandemic?
people-
No, we knew
Oh,
we
okay.
knew each other before then. We were in another band a couple of years back too.
Oh, right on.
But we, evolved and kind of changed things up and started writing from a different perspective,
We
I
opened
guess.
doors of genres that we hadn't been playing previously, and we sort of just took, because when things first shut down, we weren't sure how long things were going to be closed, and so we just decided, well, let's just treat it like camp and just write music all day and hang out and,
Yeah.
and have fun with it. And so that was our plan, and it definitely helped us cope with the crazy year that it ended up being. And
Yeah.
I miss those days. I hope we have another
In a way, I
pandemic.
do too.
Yeah, but this time, I want it to be like it was in that first month where we were all like deathly scared.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the gas pump? I was just like,
Oh, you're touching the
I was so confused, and then it was like at some point we were all like, "Fuck it, I don't know."
But didn't you feel like that in the Peanuts cartoons, Pigpen has that stuff swirling around him all the time? I felt like everybody had germs swirling around him like that. It was
Made
terrifying.
us a lot more aware. Public spaces and whatnot.
But you opened a store and a venue, kind of. Was that in the middle of it or at the tail end of it all? or-
Kind of are already like dreaming about doing something in the venue realm, but we weren't sure what that was going to look like. And when we were looking for a retail space, and then when we found the building that we're currently occupying, it was larger than what we initially had intended upon. But now that gave us the opportunity to have headquarters for music, other art projects we're doing, and we have a space that we can showcase other talent, local.
And where
talent.
is
Great.
that?
It's in Donaldson, right on
Okay.
Lebanon Pike,
Yeah.
sandwiched between the lovely Waffle House and the First Horizon Bank.
When I first moved to Nashville, my backyard was almost the backyard of that place, right behind there.
I want to make this
yeah.
one of those 70s interviews like you're talking, and then I just go, "How do you keep it together?"
Thanks for asking.
Sure. How do you make it work?
Well, we were drinking heavily at the time.
Right. Oh, hey there.
I don't feel like a drummer as much as I feel like a drumtist. They have artists, guitarists. Like Steely Dan probably wouldn't have hired me. Maybe Steel Eye Span. They have a million killer drums in Drum Supply House, but they also have like these things. This is one of my favorite things. Love that.
We should get people smoking on the show. You guys look, your skin looks beautiful, but you look like you have a cigarette now and again.
I used to.
Yeah.
Mainly just the green cigarettes these days.
Oh.
Marijuana cigarettes. Jazz cigarettes.
Oh, jazz.
cigarettes.
Yeah. You sip a little weed, is what you're saying. Yeah.
California sober.
Scott, I can tell you're dying to do something with those LPs over there.
Oh. Well, I love this smothered and I like the mirror, smothered and covered. You're my kind of people. What is this?
That was a record I put out just before I moved to Nashville.
Oh, right on. And you just went under your name?
Yeah, that was the Marco with Love is the
Oh,
project name,
and this is the one you do, I Love How You Love
Yeah,
Me.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Phil Spector
Exactly.
song.
We did a little
I
play on
believe.
the Bobby Vinton version.
Did you ever hear a song? Do you know? Are you astute in songs from that era? Like, are you like a songathon? Are you a song? Oh.
Love songs.
You know why girls aren't like that? It's stupid. It's a stupid waste of time. It's true. Anytime I see anything like that online and I'm impressed, Susie just goes. She doesn't even look over. She goes, a lot of time on their hands. Because like when you're as smart as my wife, she's just like, it's just like a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah.
Do you know there was a song that when I was a little kid that my dad used to play me called "Watching Scotty Grow" by Bobby Goldsboro.
Oh,
Bobby Goldsboro was like the poor man's Bobby Vinton.
Yeah.
I am sure I'm the only one in the world that just said that just now.
He was with Roy Orbison.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
This is good.
But I'm not familiar with that particular song.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll
Appreciate
listen.
it. You know what? I told somebody about it when I moved here, and I was excited. I have such a I'm just like genuinely like, oh, isn't that cool? Like my, and the guy said, oh, we used to call it "Watching Scotty Die."
Oh no.
And I was like, why'd you call it that? And I was talking to somebody who was already like in the songwriting biz at that time, and I don't know who wrote the song, but they had a song on the charts, so they were like, waiting for it. That's how different life is from different points of view.
Yeah.
I was a kid in the suburbs, the sheltered suburbs of Philadelphia, my little Philadelphia Phillies, jammies, and I had the 45 watching Scotty grow. Meanwhile, Songy McSongster was just like, when's that gonna drop? I need to make some cash, and he bummed me out.
Yeah.
I really liked, all right, so records, schmeckers. Yeah. I really liked Sally J, she sent me some tunage and love your music, and that's why I was like, Sally J, tell them because I was in the band Wanderlust, and it was like pop rock and roll. Yeah. And I'm always like, not that I'm like, I don't want to steal like a spotlight, but I just want you to know, like, I totally love this shit, and I get it. Yeah. I know what it's like to be like, okay, we're going to start with the instrumental part of the bridge, because that's like a really rad I love stuff like that.
It's been called Spookabilly surf rock, and I like that it's not one thing or another. You're not really in one little pigeonhole.
Tell us about Spookabilly. Yeah. Scary rednecks?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I mean, coming from the rockabilly term and a little bit of punk and garage thing, and we tend to kind of, I don't know, we like the aesthetic of the horror genre of movies. And
did you say horror genre?
Horror. Call me a horror. Horror.
I dated a girl that was. I knew that was gonna happen.
I knew it as it came around.
I had a one-night stand with a farm-raised prostitute. She was organic. Gina, back to you.
You're also not afraid. We were talking about politics earlier. You're not afraid to be a little bit outspoken too,
No.
Do you feel like that's a responsibility, or you just feel like you have a way to get it out and you want to say what you want to say?
Well, there's a lot. There's not enough protest songs, and
there really aren't anymore.
I've been waiting.
And we're not really a folk band, so we thought it was our opportunity to kind of say something.
Oh, which song of yours is
We did game
Oh, that's what I listened to. I was going to ask you, what do you... Oh, are you likening a game show host to like the president and everything?
Yeah.
That's how you say. That's the proper way to say
Really,
it. Now you go, president.
It's not.
Are you discussing the president?
It's not even a metaphor. Yeah. I mean, it's like, right.
Stick with what you're.
Yeah. And we put that song out before that last election. Excuse me.
And
speak
it's
for a
still
second.
relevant.
But we were we felt it had a sense of urgency, and we wanted to get that out, so we put it up on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
While we finished.
But did people get it? They're so stupid.
Yeah, it was funny. A lot of people did and got behind it, and then we got a little bit of shade from certain radio DJs here and there that were afraid to play it.
But that's great.
Yeah,
and they were like, and they would played our stuff before, but that one they didn't want to touch.
They don't want controversy.
No.
And some of the rockabilly world is not really exactly left.
No.
Maybe. Like, do you get a blowback from that side of the world too?
That's right. Honestly,
wait, what is it? The rockabilly world is what?
A little more.
Oh, it's more right than left.
Free chark. Yeah, that was that whole.
Well, we just didn't like to get pigeonholed in any one genre, especially when we broke out to do this project. Before we were more in the like rockabilly garage scene, which can be very much
more
like
conservative.
a narrow kind of, not a lot of opportunities to like branch out and do something different. So when we started this, we were like, no rules. We can pull from any other world musics, other kind of Latin rhythms and sounds and tones. And there's no rules. If we wanted to go straight pop with it, we want to go punk, we want to go heavy, we go for whatever serves the song and whatever we can pull off with our strengths as a duo,
It's interesting when you have to upload your music. If you want to put it online, you have to pick a category.
Yeah.
So what do you pick?
Alternative.
Well, okay.
Because that's very current.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a subgenre, I guess it'd be alternative rock.
Why don't they say alternica?
Alternica?
Sure.
That's
yeah.
good.
Who's watching what's your kid's name?
Ruby Ramona.
Ruby Ramona.
Who's
Who's Madison that lives just up the road.
Yeah.
Madison Thorne?
No.
That would have been full circle.
Stella Moore.
Yeah, Stella Moore is
Yeah.
her
Oh,
stage.
not the Madison Stella Moore. No, I'm just kidding. Somebody said that to me. I was in an airplane and like I don't love flying, and the guy and then my guitar player in the band, they were like, and I'm Captain so and so, and I'll be flying. And he's like, not the captain. And I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? She's 2.
Just about. Yeah.
Yeah.
She shares a birthday with Bowie and Elvis. She's
January 8th. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Hey.
cool.
You know. Former Wanderluster.
That's all I know. Thank you. Yeah. Can I put that there? I don't want people thinking I'm like I worked at the bank and then I'm like doing this. I know. How about and Bowie and Elvis RCA Records and Wanderlust was on RCA. So
There you go.
all right, we have 4 minutes. Let's get down to it. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more because I haven't heard you speak long enough to know if you have like any kind of accent or a lisp.
okay.
I just don't know. You may be Australian at this point.
Western
Midwest.
accent
Okay.
comes up.
Where's where are you
in
from?
Kansas, small town in Kansas, outside
Yeah.
of Kansas City. So, but
Now, have you had like an Alanis Morissette moment? You know, where you like pigeonholed into something, and then is this your Alanis Morissette moment? Are you past it? Where are you? And then, how do you keep it together?
I mean, I don't. That's a loaded question. My Alanis Morissette moment. I mean, I've had a couple. You know, especially in my 20s, I would say. But I've started to.
She owns a cross-eyed bear.
Do I?
Yeah. No.
Is that
I was like, wait.
is that a lyric?
Cross-eyed bear.
Eye bear that you gave to me.
Oh,
Not a cross-eyed
what song
bear.
does?
Wow.
He's a real.
She says that, and you ought to know. Really? Wow.
That was like.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's like
You can have
Starbucks lovers
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
yeah, I don't know. Keeping it together. I mean, these past 2 years have been crazy. So I've had a couple meltdown moments, but keeping it together,
Yeah.
making it through, and just following the carrot wherever that takes us.
What's the one thing that my wife and I do music and all that stuff, and we're really strong-minded, and it's just I've had to learn because
It's working.
however way you look at it, let her call the shots, or else it's going to be ugly.
A lot better if we do.
I know. Yeah,
Good
I
at
agree.
compromising, and we really are a great team, and we complement each other in the right way, but there's compromises to be made along the way. But as far as sound, we're pretty much on the same page.
Yeah.
The band is like easy for us. That's like our fun, thing to do together. And there are moments when we thought, are we going to keep doing this? When we had a baby, we opened a business, and it's just who we are. And it's just I can't imagine not doing it.
Yeah. We're definitely not going to ever just be a retail store or boutique.
No, it's
'cause
who we are.
We'll be bored. And we
Yeah.
need to do more things. Plus, everybody orders online anyways from bullshit websites.
I know.
So
Are you
Yeah,
are
that's true.
you behind the counter if you walk in there?
He is most days, and I'm
She's running the
behind
office.
the computer.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
But I call her all the time for price checks all the time.
Yeah, it's truly a mom and pop store, and
Yeah.
and it's been.
This
fun.
is the modern day
that.
mom and pop store.
Yeah,
All right.
I love that.
So you're going to do a song, and what's the name of the song you're going to do? Are you doing the surf rock song?
I mean, we'll do game. I think we're going to do game show.
Yeah, you could do it. It'll all
Oh,
work.
good. Since we talked about it, that's
talked about it
perfect.
to get set
Yeah.
up.
And maybe you can
Excellent.
help me. I have this idea. I want to write a song from like a country music person's point of view, which is not me. About it would be called. I haven't told you this yet, Sally J. But we were having a good text. We had a good text run, you and me. I think we were both like. It was like we're having fun now. That's what we're having. I wanna do a song like I'm gonna if you want me you'll find me at the bar, the sushi bar, salmon roe and a quail egg, just from that point of view, but about sushi, and I need help. So would you guys help me at some point?
It's a little like what's your white guy blues thing?
Suburban White Man's Blues. Yeah, it's the opening line is I woke up this morning and in a pretty good mood. All right, well we're gonna hear from the Serpenteens, and thanks, and rock our smocks off.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Feel free to clap, you freakos.
Evangelical sound. He fed us all those